Well, here's a mine entrance. I'm here with Nick from Miner49er YouTube channel. There's his signature fedora. He's already gone ahead, and we're gonna check this out. So we're just right inside the portal, and there are a lot of rubber tire remnants. These ore cart tracks are really thick, really heavy, heavy gauge. So they weren't messing around in this one, but let's keep going forward. As I mentioned, I'm here with Nick, so he's already ahead. You can see him there. Pretty amazing timbering. Really good condition. They always timbered usually at the entrances because they were the areas most prone to collapse. And wonder what these hooks were for, maybe to hang lanterns or helmets or various tools, but yeah, this timbering is really solid. And then right here's where the tunnel starts proper. That right there is a huge pack rat's nest. Look at all the stuff they have dragged in there. Even a pipe, that red pipe right there. Wow. So continuing down the main haulage tunnel, it's pretty much a straight shot. This is really characteristic of a lot of mines. They have this really long entry tunnel that they refer to as the main haulage tunnel. And it was the tunnel used to transport all the ore out of the mine. And you can see where we came in. So yeah, very common to find a long entry tunnel like this. It's pretty much straight. And then we get to the main workings further in, where there'll be a lot of cross cuts and branching tunnels and shafts going up and down. So let's keep checking it out. So I've arrived at a junction. There's where we came in, and there is a drift here to the right where Nick went. And then turning to my right, we have a shaft right here going down, pretty steep, and then there's a drift off to the left that way. So here's this inclined shaft right here in the tunnel, which goes off that way. But Nick and I have to decide if we're going to go down here. It's like a 45-degree angle. Then down there at the bottom, they kind of level out, and I think they stop. Yeah, so there's some kind of tank, and then some piping and valves. Okay, I just climbed down that ladder. You can see Nick way up there at the top. He's about to come down. Came down here. They were in pretty good shape, pretty secure. And then it ends here. At the bottom, there's a pit here. It's only a couple feet deep. But a tunnel going that way into the stope. And then a tunnel here to my right going into the stope that we're going to check out once Nick gets down here. Yeah, when I came down here initially, I thought this was a huge drop-off, like 100 feet, but it's not, thank God. It's only a couple feet. You can see it in there where my light is. But at the end of a shaft or at the end of an inclined shaft like this, or a vertical shaft for that matter, they call this lower area the sump. It's where like wastewater would collect if the mine was wet, and rubble and waste rock and stuff like that. They call it a sump. So you're looking into the sump there between those boards. And yeah, so Nick's on his way down. Let's check him out. Okay, Nick is on the ladder and he's making his way down. You can see him up there. There's 5 sections of ladder here. He just cleared the first one. And he's about to, yeah, he's on the second ladder.
Second ladder.
He's on the second ladder, if you didn't hear that.
There's about 5 ladders here.
So here's the bottom of the ladders we just came down. Nick is checking out the passageway that goes straight ahead, and I'm going to check out this one to the right. Here you can see next to the ladder system, the large retaining wall holding back all this rubble that's in the stope. So basically this is a drift level through the stope, more retaining wall. And yeah, here's a good shot looking up in. Oh yeah, it's this was the main draw point, it looks like. But we'll keep going down the drift level here. Not sure how far we can go here. This might be backfilled. Yeah, I think it's the end anyway, right there where my light is. So let's go back and check out where Nick's at. Here's some spare ore cart track, ore cart rails. There's the bottom of the ladder we came down. Here's the platform over the sump. And we're going straight ahead here. Wow, really can't go that way. Well, it looks like here in front of me, right here where my light is a continuation of the shaft we came down. It doesn't go down too much further. Looks like that's the bottom though, down there. And Nick apparently went this way. Oh, there he is.
Tempted to climb down this ladder. Let me give you a different angle because I got my headlamp on. It's got me straddling the pipe, sort of. I can't get a good grip on the pipe.
So Nick went down that short ladder, and you see the pipe there bending off to the right. When he got down there and took a peek, it pretty much drops off vertically. We thought it flattened out down there by how it looks, but no, so he quickly got back on the ladder and came back up. He said it's pretty much a sheer drop off. So you just never know in these mines what you're gonna find, but we're gonna continue down this drift level. Nick's already been down here. And it's really dusty. It's really dusty in this mine. So once again, we're at the bottom of the stopes with various openings on the right going up into the stopes. Like right here. So this red paint you see is probably some kind of survey marking done by a mining company. And, you know, that's what they do. Well, here's another ladder going up, but it doesn't go anywhere. Would have gone up into the stope there. Here's a Y intersection. This mine is certainly complex in its layout. Here's looking up into the stope. You can see the retaining wall there that's keeping all the waste rubble out of sight and out of this manway. Emergency exit. Right there's a good example where my light is of the room and pillar method of mining. They would leave pillars of rock behind for support. That's one right there. But massive retaining walls holding back all the rubble that wasn't sent down the chutes. You can see them right there.